Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm your name, and today we're diving deep into a topic that I know many of you have been curious about. Understanding why some people are more reserved, introverted, and prefer keeping a low profile in social settings. If you're someone who tends to be on the quieter side, or you know someone who is, then this video is for you. We're going to explore what it truly means to be quiet, the characteristics that often come with being quiet, and how psychology views introversion and quietness in general. So, get comfortable, and let's take a deep dive into the psychology behind quiet people. In today's society, where extroversion is often praised, loud personalities, outgoing behavior, and constant social interaction, quiet individuals may sometimes feel like they're on the outskirts. However, being quiet doesn't equate to being invisible or lacking confidence. It doesn't mean that quiet people are shy or insecure. In fact, many quiet people are some of the most introspective, thoughtful, and insightful individuals you'll meet. But what is it about quiet people that makes them seem different? Why do some prefer to stay in the background while others thrive in the spotlight? To understand this better, we're going to break things down and explore the psychology behind it. Let's first talk about introversion. If you're a quiet person, you've likely heard the term introvert tossed around, and there's a good chance that this label resonates with you. So, what exactly does it mean to be an introvert? According to psychologist Carl Jung, introverts are individuals who are energized by solitary activities and tend to feel drained after extended social interactions. Introverts don't avoid social situations, but they do need time away from these situations to recharge. While extroverts thrive in large groups and public settings, introverts often feel more at ease in smaller, more intimate environments. Introverts generally enjoy one-on-one conversations or small gatherings rather than large parties or social events. It's not that introverts don't enjoy spending time with others. They simply prefer less stimulation and need time to recharge after socializing. Introverts tend to be quieter, but they often have a rich inner world. They may not speak much in group settings, but when they do, their words are often thoughtful, measured, and meaningful. Their silence doesn't mean they're disengaged. It simply means they are selective with their words and are processing everything around them. So, let's take a deeper dive into the science behind quietness. Neuroscience has provided some interesting insights into why introverts behave the way they do. Studies have shown that introverts and extroverts have different brain activity patterns, especially when it comes to dopamine, the neurotransmitter responsible for feelings of pleasure and reward. Extroverts tend to have a more active dopamine system. This makes social interactions feel incredibly rewarding for them, and it's why extroverts are constantly seeking out new social experiences. Introverts, on the other hand, have a more sensitive dopamine system. This sensitivity means that even small amounts of social interaction can feel overwhelming to them. For introverts, socializing may not produce the same high that it does for extroverts, which is why they prefer quieter settings. Being quiet isn't necessarily a sign of shyness. In fact, there's a significant difference between being quiet and being shy. Shyness is often rooted in fear or anxiety about social situations, while being quiet can simply be a natural preference or personality trait. A shy person may feel anxious about talking to others, while a quiet person might simply feel more comfortable, observing and reflecting before engaging in conversation. Quiet people can be confident and assertive. They may not seek out the spotlight, but when they do speak, they speak with purpose. They don't feel the need to constantly be the center of attention, but they are often quite capable of leading and influencing when the time comes. Actions often speak louder than words for quiet individuals, and their quiet strength can be incredibly impactful. So, let's talk about the strengths that come with being quiet. There are several key traits that make quiet people stand out in unique and meaningful ways. First, quiet people are often deep thinkers. They spend a lot of time reflecting on various ideas, concepts, and experiences. This deep thinking often leads to a strong sense of self and an ability to understand complex issues from multiple perspectives. Quiet people are also more likely to think before they act, which can result in thoughtful decisions and well-considered actions. Quiet individuals are also excellent listeners. Because they are less likely to speak in group settings, they tend to focus on listening intently to what others have to say. This skill allows them to gain a deeper understanding of others' emotions and thoughts. Quiet people often have a unique ability to offer insightful and empathetic responses when they do speak. Empathy is another key strength of quiet people. Because they tend to observe people's behaviors and emotions closely, they often have a strong sense of empathy. They are able to pick up on nonverbal cues, like body language or facial expressions, that others might miss. This ability helps them understand what people are going through emotionally, even if those emotions aren't explicitly stated. Quiet people also tend to be highly independent. They are comfortable with their own company and don't need constant social interaction to feel fulfilled. This self-sufficiency allows them to take on challenges and pursue goals without needing validation or encouragement from others. Quiet individuals often possess a quiet resilience that helps them navigate life's challenges with strength and perseverance. Of course, like anything, being quiet comes with its challenges. Quiet people can sometimes feel misunderstood, especially in a world that often values extroverted traits like assertiveness and boldness. In social settings, they might struggle to get their voices heard, or they may feel like their thoughts and ideas are being overlooked. Because of the emphasis on loud personalities and fast-paced conversations, quiet individuals can sometimes feel as if they don't have a place in these environments. Another challenge is the pressure to speak up or be more vocal in situations where it's expected. In some cases, quiet individuals may feel compelled to speak out or assert themselves more than feels comfortable to them. This pressure can lead to feelings of exhaustion or frustration, especially if they feel like they are being forced to act against their natural tendencies. So, how can quiet people thrive in a world that tends to reward loud voices and extroverted traits? Here are a few strategies for navigating life as a quieter individual, while still embracing your unique strengths. First, it's important to own your quietness. Understand that being quiet isn't a flaw or something that needs to be fixed. Quietness is a powerful trait, and it allows you to observe the world in a way that many people can't. Embrace the fact that your calm demeanor is an asset, not something to be ashamed of. It's also essential to practice self-expression in ways that feel comfortable to you. Just because you're quiet doesn't mean you can't express yourself. Whether it's through writing, art, or one-on-one conversations, there are countless ways to share your thoughts, ideas, and feelings with the world. Find the method of expression that resonates with you and feel confident in using it. Another important strategy is to set boundaries. Quiet people often need time alone to recharge, especially after social events or long periods of interaction. It's perfectly okay to need some downtime. Set clear boundaries with others and let them know when you need time to recharge. This will help you avoid burnout and maintain your mental and emotional well-being. It's also important to remember that being quiet doesn't mean you have to stay silent when it matters most. If you have something valuable to say, don't hesitate to speak up. You don't need to be loud or dominate the conversation to make an impact. Your thoughts and ideas are just as important as anyone else's, and it's okay to take your time to express them. Lastly, quiet people can thrive by surrounding themselves with people who appreciate them for who they are. Find friends, colleagues, or communities that value thoughtfulness, empathy, and introspection. When you feel supported and understood, it's easier to embrace your quiet nature and use it to your advantage. In conclusion, whether you're naturally quiet or simply need some time to recharge, it's important to understand that being quiet is not a weakness. Quiet people bring valuable traits to the world: thoughtfulness, empathy, deep reflection, and a unique ability to listen and observe. The world needs both loud voices and quiet ones, and your presence matters just as much as anyone else's. If this video resonated with you, or if you learned something new, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to Psychology Hub for more insights into psychology, personality, and everything else that makes us human. We'd love to hear from you. Share your experiences as a quiet person in the comments below, and let's start a conversation. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.